Hello and welcome to On the Daily. It has been a hot minute since I have done any updates, so I wanted to hop on here real quick and just let you know what's been going on with me over the last month. So, as you know, I've been dealing with severe stomach and digestive issues. Those things are still going on, but I have had some improvements. My Lyme doctor has been working with me. We are doing phone or video appointments. At our last appointment, he prescribed to me a special enzyme that helps break food down and absorb nutrients, and in the process, that helps strengthen my stomach. I actually think that this is really helping. I've had a lot of improvements with that. I am still having a lot of problems with foods and eating and digesting. So I started seeing a dietitian as well. This dietitian works in a very integrative and naturopathic type way. And for someone who works very naturally, she is super down to earth. And I am really appreciative of that because some of the people I've worked with in the past seem to be a little kooky. And so I love that this lady is really relatable. She's implemented a lot of new things for me, from supplements to routine to the way that I'm eating. Her number one thing for me is that she wants me to start getting better sleep. And if you know me, I'm really bad at sleeping. And not only does she want me to get better sleep, but she wants me to have the bedtime of 10 o'clock. So I am still working on this, but I'm working really hard to develop a good routine for my day that'll set me up that I can actually maybe go to bed at 10. As we all know, getting proper sleep and going to bed at the right times can actually help your body detox properly. It helps your body to heal, as well as that's the time that our cells regenerate and such. So I am really working on this. Another thing that she's implemented for me is that all of my foods are now supposed to be blended. Because my stomach is not digesting and I'm not absorbing and breaking things down properly, she's taking that step away from chewing even and going ahead and pretty much blending it so that that takes those steps away so that it will allow my body to start actually getting some of the nutrients. This has definitely been a challenge for me because it taps a lot into my eating issues and whatnot. She did say that I could have smoothies, and I was super pumped about this because I love smoothies. I have not had any kind of fruits or juices in months because of my stomach, and I was really excited. She popped that balloon real quick. She said that there were some specifics to having a smoothie. My smoothie needs to be warm. My smoothie needs to include beets. I don't like beets. For you that like beets, I'm really happy for you. I just don't like them. But the beets are supposed to help with some of the good acid in my stomach, kind of developing that so that, again, it'll help with the digestive breaking down process. Because of Mast Cell, there's a lot of foods that I am supposed to limit. Not that I've really had these foods in the last few months, but as we're going into trying to get variety, I have to kind of abstain for them still. Like strawberries, they are like high histamine foods, so strawberries are out. So my smoothies are going to have beets in them and like nuts. I can choose one berry and add that to it, and then that would be my smoothie. Everything kind of looks like baby food right now, and that's a little weird. I told her I may not like what she's asking me to do, but I'm going to really try. I really think she has my best interest at hand, and I think she knows what she's talking about. So I am excited to work with her, and I'm going to give everything a go. And that's been a lot of the things that have been going on for me. As far as Mast Cell goes, my Lyme doctor did start me on a new medication. The medication has been great. It has really helped break the cycle because essentially I was just allergic to living. I was reacting to everything, constantly itching and pain, skin problems. It was crazy. And I started taking the medication. The first time I took it, I found that the dose was absolutely too high. I slept for like 24 hours or something. It was crazy. The second time that I took it, it still had me sleeping longer than I think we really want me to be sleeping. And so we're working on tweaking the dose and also what time I'm taking it. However, I am really stoked about this medicine because it has lessened the reactions I'm having to things. My itching is not as bad. I can tell when I need to like try to take that medicine again because I start getting all crazy again. But instead of it being a constant severe problem. It's something that's happening a lot, but it's just not as bad. So I'm really excited about this medication. If you have mast cell, talk to your doctor about taking doxepin, because good stuff. So that's pretty much what's been going on as far as my physical health goes. We know that our health is not only comprised of our physical state of being, but also our mental, emotional, our social, and spiritual state of being. This has been a hard time for a lot of people in those areas. As far as the situation goes, I, for the most part, already have lived in this life. I am socially distanced from people. I'm isolated most all of the time. If I work, I have to work from home anyways. I don't go out. I don't have the ability or the health to do that. And so, although that's not an easy lifestyle, I kind of have already been living that lifestyle. The issue that I have had to kind of work with has been my response to other people's response to adjusting to that style of life. The style of life where you are more isolated, where you don't get to go out, where you can't interact in the way that maybe you once did. It's weird, but it's definitely been kind of hard on me, but it's also been something that I feel like I've grown in. And so that's a positive within the negative. Something else I've been dealing with is that this past year I've had a lot of loss, and although I've been grieving the loss prior to the magnitude of the virus and its effects on everyone, I, in this time, seem to feel their absence even more. It's like the pain of them not being here is exacerbated, because I feel like if they were here, they would be really present in my life. And so it's like that loss is even deeper right now. And so that's been a lot to like sort through and work through my feelings towards that and my perspective in that. In addition to that, I've had a few situations of things that people have said to me and things that people have done that were very hurtful. I don't feel like I'm really hurt by people often. Like, maybe I'm annoyed or I'm bothered or I'm frustrated with people, but I don't usually feel very wounded by things that happen, interactions with people. But I have been dealing with a few things that I've felt very wounded from, and it has made me feel a little more lonely, dealing with disappointment and even sorrow. But I know that we're all in a tough situation. And so, we all feel kind of lonely. We all feel kind of maybe even a little empty. It's been on my heart a lot over the past few years that even though maybe I can't see the promise or the future or what is to come, that I can trust and hold fast to the character of God. And so I've wanted to study the names of God, because if I can't see ahead of me, then it's really hard to take steps and to hold on. But if I can know who God is and trust his character, then whether I can see a promise or I can see what's coming up next or whatnot, I can trust his character, and who his character is going to be what's going to get me to those next places. And so I last night was looking into Jehovah Shammah, and that is God is there. And I really thought about this a lot last night. I had a really hard time sleeping, so I got a lot of time to think about it. And I just want to leave that with you, that Jehovah Shammah, God is there. No matter if you're going through health problems, no matter if you feel empty, no matter if you're disappointed, if you're lonely, if you're hurt, whatever your situation, I just pray today that you would come to know Jehovah Shammah. God is there, and that he would comfort you and he would be with you in this time. Until next time, I hope that you are well, that you have the opportunity to contact those you love, and you enjoy time outside.